Welcome to episode 18 of The Jersey Boys.
What's up, everybody? Ronnie A here with Joey the Rash Silva. Joey,
What do you know?
I'll tell you what I know. I know that if you didn't know the Colombian producer, Alex Escobar, you might be in jail tonight. But since you know him, you got a free pass today, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What happened to you today?
Well, I didn't get a free pass. I didn't get pulled over. Marianne, right? She got a flat tire today. So it had nothing to do with getting pulled over. She got a flat tire. So there were two police officers that pulled alongside the road to help her out. So she's calling me, letting me know what, was going on. So I said, I'll be there in a few minutes. Give me, 5 minutes. I'll be there, 10 minutes. So two police officers stopped to help her with changing the tire. And one of the officers was a Kinnelon police officer. And forgive me, I did not get his name. I think it's Circelli.
Okay.
Officer Circelli. So apologize if anybody knows him out there. But he helped. Then he had to take off a little early to go to another traffic accident or something. But the officer who stayed with us the longest was actually a Morris County park officer, police officer, Brian Barricaldo, right? So, Barricaldo.
Barricaldo.
You didn't roll the R's?
So, I'm thinking this guy's like an Italian guy or something like
Look,
that.
if he was Colombian, he did.
That's what he said. So he goes, I'm Colombian. I said, oh, really? I said, well, our producer, Alex Escobar. Yeah, you guys must know him.
You know him?
You have to know him. I mean, come
what
on.
happened.
Have you ever heard of the last name Escobar before?
See? The producer.
That's right.
Saving the day again.
So shout out to Brian. He's been an officer only for a few months now.
Good job, Brian.
And he was, so kind to stop and help us. And when I got there, our jack really wasn't working well, so we had to it wasn't high enough because of the angle of the street. And I was afraid as I was trying to jack it up that it was going to fall. So we had to actually get a little patio block and put it underneath there to get it jacked up high enough to put the donut on. But Brian stayed there the entire time. So, shout out to both of those officers for helping us out. Really appreciate it.
So we had a couple episodes today with Kinnelon police officers because Slick Willie.
I heard about that one too.
Bill Boswell gets pulled over today. And
maybe by the same officer. That would have been funny.
Well, no, that was a park officer. Bill said
no,
this
the
was
other one, the Kinnelon police.
You said that
officer.
That guy was a little bit older.
A little bit, yeah. I guess.
Bill said this kid was really young.
Yeah.
Pulled him over, and he goes, "Officer, what am I getting pulled over for?" The guy goes, "Well, you got no front license plate, and your front windows are tinted." So, I mean, only Bill could get away with this. Bill goes, "Oh, actually, my license plate is in my trunk, so that's on my to-do list, and it's gonna be warm soon. It's on my to-do list." He goes, "And it's gonna be warm soon, so my front windows will be down anyway, so it's really no big deal, right?" And the police officer just doesn't even know what to say. He's like, okay.
They don't train them for those kind of responses.
You can't. That's Bill.
Yeah.
That's Bill, man. That's all right, one quick story, and we'll go into last week's Wow. Joey Zeppatelli, right? Our boy, who's now a police officer in East Hanover. When Joey was 18, maybe 19, he was dating a girl down right over the Raritan Bridge over there, right?
Yeah.
So
Sayreville, that area.
Sayreville. She was from Sayreville. You got
Bon
it, bro.
Jovi.
So Joey's coming home, right? It's late, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, whatever time it was. And he had a Pontiac Trans Am. Of course he did. His last name was Zeppatelli. And during that time, he had to have a Trans Am. So this kid pulls up in a Nissan Maxima. He wants to race. So him and Joey start going at it. And that kid gets off the highway, and here come the cherries. He gets pulled over. So Joey gets pulled over. He's going about 120, getting clocked at 120. Police officer comes up to the window. Now, this is only Joey could get away with this. Joey has his driver's license and his insurance card in his hand, rolls down the window. The cop comes up, flashlight in the windows. Joey hands him his stuff. He goes, "Would you like a pair of scissors with that?" The cop goes, "What are you doing?" Joey goes, "You saw that Nissan Maxima?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, he wanted to race." Just like that, real innocent. And the guy goes, so you know you could beat him. And Joey's like, yeah, but I couldn't let him beat me. Like, they had a conversation like that. Where are you going? I just at my girlfriend's. I'm going home. Takes Joe 120 miles an hour. He gives him his stuff back. He goes, look, slow down. All right? Wow. Just slow down. That's end of story.
Joey Zepp, huh?
Only Joey Zepp, bro.
And then what happened to Joey Zepp? He becomes a police officer. Who does he pull over?
Carlo. Right? Come scam. Right?
Yeah, Carlo the Baker.
Carlo the Baker.
Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy, Carlos Bakery. And he, same thing. I forget what kind of car he had. Some kind of a crazy...
He just bought a brand new car, and he was
sports
out.
Car. Yeah. He wasn't even flying. Joey pulled him over because he wanted to know what kind of car it was. And he got to the window. He was like, hey, buddy, what are you doing? I love it. Joey All right, Zepp. That's our stories for this week. Last week's wow. Here it is, Joe. Spelled OSTRICH.
That would be the big bird that lays a big egg. Not an Easter egg, but a big egg.
Right.
It's an ostrich.
It's an ostrich.
It's an ostrich.
All right. So this is where me and my boy, like Lickwish, I say ostrich. I say ostrich.
I say ostrich.
What does the Colombian say?
Big bird.
He pleads the fifth all too often.
He's afraid.
There's no big birds in Colombia.
So I say ostrich.
They don't have big
you
birds
say
in
ostrich.
Yeah.
I like it though. I
like
gotta
it.
admit,
I
I like ostrich.
I like. How do you say?
I might change it.
How about this? What do you say? The country where Steve Irwin was from?
Australia.
Or Australia. Ostrich. Australia.
Well, AU,
yeah,
OS.
But it doesn't
okay.
matter. Hey,
he goes like this. He goes, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. DOG, LOG. DOG, LOG. Log.
It doesn't
dog.
matter.
Come on.
ZA.
It's Jersey.
LT. It's the same thing. It don't matter.
Yeah.
I love it. That's silver language. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Ostrich, baby.
That's
Ostrich.
how Joey got through English in high school. She said, Joey, but Joey
Never
said,
did.
no,
Never
Mrs.
did.
So-and-so, it doesn't matter.
I never got through English. Never did.
You got through Jersey.
That's right.
I love
That's all that matters.
Dude, that is
all
so
right,
awesome,
so that's
bro.
good times with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do we do this past week?
Oh, whole week, man. That's like too far ago.
Well, just a couple of highlights. I mean, you're constantly working.
I spent the weekend down the shore celebrating life with Richie B.
Richie B.
Right? So my father-in-law turned 72 this past week. So we went down there, and it was just we were missing a couple. Ronnie P came down for a little bit, but he had to drive back to school. Maddie was working. Jana was working. So we there was just a few of us. We
saw
had a
some
nice
of the
time,
pictures.
though.
I saw the donuts breakfast
Saw the
morning.
donuts, man. Obco's, bro. Obco's.
Yeah.
That place is for real. If I lived down there, I'd be a fat house.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'd be there every single day.
Well, I'm looking forward to when it warms up a little bit, right, Alex? We're gonna go down. We're gonna do the show from there.
We're doing a show from there. We're gonna crab
in the
We're
back.
Gonna crab off
in
the
back.
dock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
And
that's what I did. What'd you do over the weekend, bro?
Well, over the weekend, I was working on the house, doing some kitchen work. And,
Bob Vila is in the house.
Bob Vila, that's right, Bob Vila. And actually,
you went to went to that Italian place.
we went to in Ramsey, Uncle Giuseppe's. Yeah,
Ding, ding.
that's right.
Zio
Put some
Giuseppe.
video.
Giuseppe.
Put some video and some pictures on the Jersey Boys site already. So anybody who hasn't seen those pictures or those videos, go back and take a look at them. But that place is off the charts.
What was the best thing you got?
Well, it's kind of like like Costco is and like Corrado's is. They have like the different places that you can actually taste a lot of different things.
Oh, nice.
So I had the mozzarella.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fresh. The guy was making it. I actually videoed that a little bit. Put a couple of pictures of that.
Ooh.
They had a guy singing. So it's like John Terrano. He's a guy like John Terrano.
Was our upcoming guest John Terrano there?
No, but a guy like him. So as you're shopping, this is Jersey, right?
Crazy.
As you're shopping, they got a guy singing. He's singing. It's like I thought it was Frankie Valli for a second. Nah, he was singing everything. I mean, he was. You got to watch the video. But so
That's
now
awesome, man.
I'm like, you know what? This is great, but it's a little too far from where we live.
Right,
It's
right.
it's a little bit of a hike. But they're gonna have one in Lodi now, at the old Kmart. It's
Yep.
gonna be at
Yep.
Uncle Giuseppe's. I would love, and anybody who's listening, anyone who has any connections with this place, maybe a family member, somebody works there, listen, Route 23 in Wayne.
There you go.
Come to Route 23 in Wayne. We could use a place like
We
that.
really could. Yeah,
It
I
would
mean,
be
you're
awesome.
right. We really could. We need an awesome place like that. Yeah. Sit down, have your espresso, enjoy a little dessert, something like that.
And I love Corrado's
Someday.
too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Corrado's is great. I love Corrado's.
Could you sit? Well, that's Corrado. Well, Corrado's a Wayne. Could you sit anywhere? Like, do they have an area where you can sit and just have like a
I
little?
think they have a little. I don't know, but
I would love something like
Yeah.
that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
There was a place in Total where Joey always used to go with Whitney. I think they might have closed though. To be honest with you, just a nice cafe, bro.
Yeah.
You know, an old school cafe.
yeah, it would be nice.
All right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come back with our guest JT John Terrano. Be right back.
All right, so we're really excited to have our good buddy Johnny Terrano. So, John,
Hey guys, how are you tonight?
There
How are
he
you
is,
tonight, guys?
JT.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate your time.
well, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it, and we have some things we'd like to speak to you about.
John, we know it's late. You gonna be okay? You gonna be all right?
Yeah, you know I'm an old man. You know, you guys are past my bedtime here.
You know,
You guys
you're
get
usually on
keeping
your
me awake.
third dream.
Boy, you guys behind.
So, John, you got the connection with Lodi. You know, we talk a lot
do.
about Lodi because of Mr. Brindisi, Ronnie's
Yeah.
father-in-law, and you know the whole story of what happened with him and the miracle that God performed
Yeah.
with him. And we know that you
Sure
go
did.
back a long way. You've known him for a long time because you're a Lodi boy.
From high school, born and bred, guys.
That's
I
it.
moved to Lodi when I was about 3 months old or a year old and stayed there my whole life. Didn't move out till I was about 25, yeah.
JT, which
Absolutely.
street you grow up on over there?
I grew up on Westminster Place.
Oh, you grew up right around
Right
the corner
right-
from my father-in-law.
Right off, right. Your father-in-law was on. I was on Westminster, and it was Westervelt behind us, and then Richie was on Burns Avenue. block and a
Yeah,
half
Burns
away.
Avenue.
Absolutely, yeah.
I
Yeah, I used,
love
to
it.
pass, I used to pass Richie's house when I went to high school. I used to walk past his house all the time. Sure,
Did you go to Columbus School for elementary?
absolutely, of course I did.
Love
Absolutely,
it.
I just went to Columbus School's 100th anniversary about 4 months ago. They had 100. The school's 100 years old.
That's right.
Everybody was invited. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And my
we were down there.
my buddy is the principal over there. You know who the current principal is there now, right?
I do. Yeah. Well, I knew his dad. Yeah,
Exactly. Matty
I knew his
DiChiaro.
father. Sure, Matty. I knew Matty DiChiaro. I was in high school with Matty. I think Matty was a year ahead of me at Lodi. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Sure.
Ronnie, so your dad, father-in-law, just turned 72, right?
Yeah, Richie B just turned 72.
And
Richie was a year. Richie was a year behind me.
behind you. Okay.
Okay.
So you know all those guys then. You know Pat Natoli and
He knows Pat
Oh,
Natoli,
of
right?
course I
Pat
know. I
Natoli,
call
Danny
Pat
Nigro,
Natoli.
Johnny DeSimone.
Oh, Johnny DeSimone. Johnny DeSimone was a Bergen County cop for many years.
That's
Johnny,
right.
Sure, I knew Johnny.
Sheriff's Department.
Absolutely.
did you see the video
Yep.
that we did at Barcelona's?
I didn't see the video. I was just looking for it tonight. I didn't have a chance.
You got to
to
look
the
for
video.
that one.
I listened to a whole bunch of stuff with you guys, but
At good old
I can
Barcelona's
only-
the other night.
I could. Oh, you still get a pie for $9.50. That would choke
Yeah.
a horse. Come on.
You still get salt out of an old Snapple bottle with some holes
Exactly.
poked in it from a 10-penny nail.
And they
And the
haven't
same-
changed the interior of that place, right, since the beginning.
Yeah, no, I think
Well,
Richie B made a comment. He goes, no. He goes, they renovated this place
They did.
recently, 1972.
He's right. I was just going to say 40 years ago. They just renovated it 40 years ago.
That's too
That's
funny.
new for Barcelona, guys.
I'm
That's
telling
funny.
you. It's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
Absolutely. Well, what I was talking to Joe about where Richie is, I mentioned Westervelt Place. This is how the music was in Lodi. You guys are not going to remember the name, but people out there, older guys will. Joey D. Joey lived on Westminster Place. Joey D and the Starlighters, guys. He made a record called the Peppermint Twist.
Oh yeah.
He had that's Joey D. Joey
Come
lived
on.
on Westervelt Place right behind me. Yeah, my sister Ann used to babysit for Joey's kids when Joey was out. And that's how I got into the music. Davey Bugatti, who sang with Joey, sang Mashed Potatoes. Davey was from Garfield. His brother Eddie Bugatti, does the Rascals ring a bell?
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Bugatti. That's Davey Bugatti's brother
Wow.
from Garfield, and Davey sang with Joey, and that's how I started my band. That's how I got kicked into music, listening to Joey D, and I started literally a garage band. We practiced in my garage at Westminster Place, and you'd hear all the neighbors shutting their windows every time we'd start the practice.
I gotta love it.
That is crazy, bro.
It is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, man.
That's all the background on it. We used to play pool at the pool hall right across from I'm 46 there. We had pool time was right there.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
was
I
there.
heard
All
some
the-
stories
all-
about
yeah,
that
remember
place.
right about Columbus School? Oh, yeah, a lot of
So
stories there.
you are truly a Jersey boy without question.
There's
Absolutely.
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I was moved here about a year after I was born, and that's it. Lived on Westminster Place, then moved from Westminster Place to Farnham Avenue.
Oh, my God.
And then from Farnham Avenue, after I got married, I moved to Church Street. So I just bounced around in town.
My uncle had a place on Church Street, too. You know, did you know my Uncle Lou March? Remember his parents were
course I-
teachers?
Lou March was a teacher in school. Of course I knew Lou. He was older than me, but yeah, I knew Lou.
Well,
He
Lou March was the
teaching school.
teacher, but his son,
Yes.
Lou March, is my godfather.
Is he real? Okay.
And he's more like 70, so he might be like 4 years older than you. He might be like 76 in that range.
Yeah.
And he married my mother's sister, Marie Laporta.
I know Marie Laporta. Marie Laporta lived up one block over from Monroe Street. I know Marie.
Sheridan.
Absolutely. Sheridan Street. That's exactly the block she lived on.
She
One
grew
block
up
over
by the
from Monroe.
Ingenitos.
Yep, I knew
then-
Marie Laporta, of course.
Did you happen to know my brother's father-in-law, Joe Dalio? Do you know Dalio?
No, I don't know.
Joanne Dalio, Joe Dalio,
No,
That's because, but Mr. Dalio was how old when he passed?
87.
That's why. So
Yeah.
you got that gap there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
a Lodi staple. So Mr.
I did
Dalio
know him.
knew, Richie B. He knew that whole crew.
Yep.
Sure. And
All-
right
all
down the
of them.
block was the Sabellos lived there. Sabellos had the drugstore on the old Main Street.
How's about Chucky Loosh?
Yeah, Chucky. And then you had we had the sweet shops down there. You had Paparosi's across from the high school.
Uh-huh.
You know,
What about
These
Honey's?
are the
What about
days.
Honey's Luncheonette on Sake Street?
State Street. Yep. We used to run out of school at lunchtime, go to Paparosi, get a steak sandwich, like
Nice.
45 cents.
45 cents. Let's go there.
Hey, who had 45 cents back then?
Hey, was Deanna's Bakery open back then?
The Honors was open next to Peter's Florist down on South Main Street. Absolutely. Yeah, the Honors, and then inside town, inside Main Street, was Sorrento's Bakery.
Sorrento's.
Still there,
That's
past
still
today.
there.
Yeah,
still there.
Sorrento's. He was well, they moved to the mall, but they were on Old Main Street
Yep.
at the time.
Yep.
Down the block from Carvel. Carvel was on the corner by Union Bakery. Across was Carvel, and then down the street was.
What was the other
Sorrento.
bakery though? What was the other one that was on Union Street?
That was Modern Bakery.
Modern, Lodi,
Modern Bakery.
Yep.
Right across from Carvel. Across from Modern Bakery was Carvel, and that's where we used to cruise. Used to cruise up and down on Friday and Saturday nights, and we'd all pull in the Carvel parking lot, and the whole place was mobbed. But all of Lodi High School was there.
Hey, JT,
was out in
you
Carvel.
want a great story about cruising? So my
Yeah,
father
yeah.
used to cruise with Anthony and Tista, and he tells me the story that they would drive around the block in the dead of summer with the windows rolled up.
Oh yeah, because people think you have air conditioning.
Because people think you got air conditioning. He says, Ron,
Yeah,
we got
we did
around the
that.
corner, we rolled the windows down. We were dying inside, but we made sure when we drove by everybody, the windows were up. We were looking all cool.
That's too
That's
funny.
how I knew what you were. That's how I knew where you were going.
He
You
knew
used
it.
to do that. Used to be 110 degrees. Would be 400 degrees in the car.
Didn't matter, though.
You everybody think you had
Didn't
air
matter.
conditioning.
That's funny.
I love it, bro.
So, John, what
Yeah,
we're going to
we
do
did that.
is, since you're such a Lodi guy, and, we have all Mr. Brindisi's boys, his crew, we're going to do a video show, a video podcast, where we're
That'd be
going
great.
to we're going to pick a location somewhere in Lodi, like a restaurant or something like that, and we're going to bring all the guys in and just kind of sit around the table and kind of what you're doing now, reminiscing and just talking about the past and where things are today compared to where they were back then when you were hanging out and growing up in Lodi.
JT, tell Joe about the place where you used to get waffles and ice cream.
Waffles and ice cream. That was at. Oh man, what was the name of the place? He was in Main Street.
Come
You're
on.
right.
Right by the overpass,
man.
right?
Yeah. Oh boy, you got me.
If JT don't get it, I'm not saying we're going to save
Yeah.
it for the listeners.
I know. Save it for the listeners because I can't. Panama's.
Panama!
Oh, we got it.
My man.
Come on,
I
man.
could live on these stories forever. I love
I'm
it.
old, but I'm still there.
You still got it.
if it started raining, you had to get the Panamas before it flooded to get your waffles and ice cream and the hot dogs. Because 15 minutes after it started raining, there was 4 feet of water in Panamas.
Oh, wow.
You used to have to time it, get in there, get your food, and get out before the river came up.
They
That's
just
too
raised
funny.
that building. I don't know if you've been over there, but they just raised it because that's where the Lodi Fire Marshal was. And then behind it, they just put up that brand new building.
That's exactly where he was, right? Where
Yeah, now
Panamas.
you got to climb 16 steps to get in.
Absolutely. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, no. Well, they had to. It was just, you had to time it. You started raining. If you wanted waffles and ice cream, you had to get the Panamas quick
Funny.
before it started flooding.
Well, I got to tell you something. I learned something. I know you're a very talented guy. I've always known that, but I didn't know that you were actually going to places to actually sing. So you're going to be at Tony Lips.
Tony Lips in Franklin Lakes, yeah.
In Franklin Lakes. So tell us, how many times have you done this before? Have you done it a few times at Tony Lips? Have you been other
I've done it,
places?
yeah.
Or
I've done it a few times at Tony Lips. I just do it for friends and people I know. And I did it. A friend of mine had a birthday party about a month or so ago at the Chart House in Weehawken, and I did her party, her 60th birthday party. And I was at Tony Lips a few weeks ago with it. We just had so much fun. And Tony Lips, if you Google Tony Lips was an actor. He was in Johnny Brock. He was in The Sopranos. He was in so many movies, okay? His son, Frank, opened the restaurant. It's going to be not quite a year yet. And he named the restaurant after his dad, Tony Lips. That's where he comes up with the name.
so
okay?
what's his last name?
Vallalonga was his last name, but he goes by Frank Valle, V-A-L-L-E, just shorter. And that's the owner. He opened the restaurant. Food is out of this world, guys, and on weekends the place is really getting crowded. So he brings entertainment in. I've been there. This is my second time there alone. Bobby Valley, Frankie Valley's brother.
Yep.
He's been there a few times when he's there. Bobby calls me up. I'll do some numbers with him. Frank will sing some numbers with us, the owner. He'll sing some numbers with us. And we're just going back to old school days, guys, where you could go to a place and everybody knows everybody. You get up and you sing, and everybody just has a great time, Ronnie. And that's what we want to do. And I was telling Joe earlier, that's what we do. It's just going back to old school.
Yeah.
And I have fun with it. My wife comes and all my friends show up, and my sister and brother-in-law and my nieces, and we just have a ball. We we'll sing for a couple hours at night, and everybody gets up and dances, and, we'll do the twist. I do the peppermint twist like Joey D did it back in the day, and that's what we do.
Well, we're
That's
definitely
all
gonna check it out. And I guess if we mention your name, we'll get a big discount.
Yeah. You probably add 20%.
Get a shot in the rear end.
We should meet there for dinner some night. You guys would love the food.
I'd love to do it.
It's in the same strip mall as the Market Basket. Right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Nice.
Strip mall as the Market Basket.
In the front? In the front?
Yeah, right in the
Okay.
front. You've got the Market Basket, and right next to the Market Basket, facing the same way, it's about 3 doors down, is Tony Lips.
Beautiful.
And it'd be quite, it's been about a year. So
you're
and that's
doing
what
this.
I do.
When are you doing
I'm
it?
doing this tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's the show. Tonight, Tuesday night.
Yeah, so it might be.
Tuesday
Yeah,
night's the show.
we're gonna get this out maybe tomorrow, so it'll probably be tonight for
Awesome.
those who are listening
and
right
they-
now. So
So that's what, March 27th? What time, buddy?
About 7 o'clock, 7:15, we start singing. And, we do a couple hours. We get till 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
We're not rushing out. And everybody comes in. It's a BYOB. So, bring a bottle of wine, and
nice.
we sit down and we sing. We have some fun, have some laughs, and we dance, guys. That's really, it's all.
it
that's
sounds
all
like
it's about.
it sounds like a
having
great
fun,
time.
and it is. It's a great night. The last time I was here, we had a great night. And everybody had so much fun. That's why Frank asked me back. He said, everybody comes in and says, hey, when are you guys going to do this again? We really want to come back. So we planned it a couple of weeks, and we got tomorrow night. We're rolling.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna try to make it. We have a meeting, as I had mentioned to you, with Legacy Minded Men. But if I can get out, and maybe Ronnie too, we'll see, and even Alex, if he's available, we'll swing by. If not, then we definitely want to try to schedule another time where we can come out and hang out and do some fun things together. But you're a talented guy. Wow.
Thank you.
What were you saying about Donnie Brasco before?
Well, Tony Lips was in the movie Donnie Brasco with Johnny Depp.
What part?
Brasco, rather. He was playing. I think he played his father or his uncle. One of those. That was one of the mob guys. He was in The Sopranos. He was in quite a few of the Sopranos episodes. He made a lot of movies. He really did. And originally, where he got his name from, he was a bouncer back in the day at the Copa, and he knew Bobby Darin very well. And Bobby Darin used to take care of Bobby Darin.
Yeah.
So again, Frank's from Bronx. So again, it's all old school stuff, guys. You know, the same as we had in Lodi, all the old school stuff.
Yeah.
All the Belli family, the Sabella family, Paparosi family. You know, all these guys. That's what they were. They were all family back in the day.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Donnie Brasco, he portrayed the Banana Crime family, Phil Giaccone. And
on the cover.
Yeah, and the Lucchese crime family mobster, he played Francesco Manzo in Goodfellas.
Yep. So if you Google him, all the information there's Tony Lips, and this was Frank's dad.
Yeah.
And that's why Frank named the restaurant after his dad, in honor of his dad. And that's where Frank gave me the nickname Gigalo. I didn't pick that guy. It's just like Joey didn't pick Rash, which is worse than Gigalo. Gigalo's a bad name. I said, yeah, how about Rash?
Yeah, exactly. It just never goes away.
The reason he put that down, because his dad's favorite singer was Louis Prima.
Okay.
And one of the songs I get requested most is Just a Gigolo.
Right.
So when I do Just a Gigolo, that's where he calls me Johnny Gigolo. So that's where it came from. So I didn't pick it. Trust me.
Yeah, so you do Louis Prima, you do Sinatra.
I do Frank Sinatra, I do Dean Martin. We got,
How about Lou Monte? You do any Lou Monte?
Johnny B. Good. No, I don't do Lou Monte. Lou didn't do anything. He did I do some Italian stuff like Amore. We go do that stuff.
Dominic
Dean
Donkey.
Martin's version. No, we don't do the donkey.
What about Bobby Darin? You mentioned him before. You do him?
Donkey. Who's that? Who?
Bobby Darin?
Yeah, I do Bobby Darin. The Mac and Ice, Beyond the Sea, Clementine.
That's one of my favorites.
Must have been a beautiful baby. You know, I do Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good. All stuff like that. Elvis. Do some Elvis stuff.
Can you get up there with Frankie Valli?
Not with Frank Valli. Frank Valli, the owner, he comes out, not the Frankie Valli.
You can't get up there with Frankie Valli. You can't hit that note, can you?
No, that's not going to happen, guys. Not since I was 13 anyway.
So what you got to do for us tomorrow night, Johnny, is you got to give us a shout out. You got to give the Jersey Boys a shout out tomorrow night. Maybe, I don't know, get your wife to video it or somebody to video a little bit of it and just say this is a shout out to the Jersey Boys. And
what time are you going to be in your meeting?
Well, we have the meeting at 6:30. I have another meeting that I'm going to be at before that. But by the time, I don't know, we might get out at like 8:30. So who knows? But if we're not able to make it tomorrow night, just give us a video, a little shout out.
Maybe around 8:30, I'll FaceTime you at your meeting.
Oh, that would be cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. We won't be there by then. We hopefully will be out there by then.
That'd be good.
John, what are you doing? What are you doing Sunday for Easter?
Sunday's macaroni day with gravy. What are you doing Sunday?
Oh!
What are you doing Sunday?
Oh! What?
There's no. You got pizza Friday night. You got macaroni and gravy on Sunday, and then Wednesday night. I told Joe the quick story. First time my wife and I ever went on a date. We go out as a Tuesday night. I take it out towards the Midland Park. She says the waiter, I'll have calamaris. I said, the waiter, excuse me a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, he walks. So I says, all right, if you say calamari, you can't sit here. I said, I'll spell it for you. So I spelled out Kalamad. It's calamari. She brings them back. She says, okay, I'll have calamari. I said, good. Gave it a thumbs up. She says, and I'll have, the penny with vodka sauce. I said, the waiter, excuse me another minute. He said, what? I says, you can't have penny with vodka sauce. She said, why? I said, it's Tuesday night. You can't have macaroni on Tuesday night. You have to have macaroni Sunday and Wednesday night. She said, you're serious? I said, yeah, I didn't make the rules. I just don't enforce them. I said, if you have macaroni on Tuesday night, that's a deal breaker. We're starting off on the wrong foot here, guys. So
he made it work, though.
Yeah, you got it converted.
So you're a gravy guy. We're big sauce guys over here.
There's no sauce. Come on.
JT.
You're the new generation. That's
listen. My mother says the same. My mother was already on the show. My mother was on the show, so I tell you what, I might send her to Tony Lips tomorrow, and have her stand up in the middle of the show and say it's sauce, not gravy.
Well, if she makes it without the pork and the veal in it, she can call it sauce.
That's what I've always said. Right? That's what I said.
That's meat sauce.
That's what I said.
That's meat sauce.
Meat sauce.
Gravy's
You're killing
brown,
me,
and I put it on roast beef.
Well, that's so, John. That's when the whole thing happened. When we did the sauce gravy thing, that's what I had said. I said what I've heard is that when they introduce any kind of meat to it, then it becomes the gravy. If it doesn't, then they call it the sauce. That was
You got it.
That episode was probably our most popular episode. If you go and look that up and you see all the comments that we had on Facebook and everything, it was
JT. My parents went to Italy 2 years ago, and everybody they came in contact with over there said there's no such thing as gravy. Said that's an American thing. And then I've heard other people say, no. You know, my nonna's from Italy. It's gravy. So here's the key.
Gravy.
Here's the key. Obviously, it's a derivative from wherever, your family. Everybody does it different. Now, what Joey said is, what he's always heard is when you introduce the meat to it, right? The braciole, the pork, everything. It's gravy.
The braciole and it's gravy.
However, the word gravy means that it originated from meat. So, this is just a little lesson for everybody out there. If you really want to make gravy, you better start that pot with meat. Don't start it with browning your garlic and oil and putting the paste in the bottom and making a sauce base and then adding meat, because then you're in my school and it's meat sauce. All right?
All right. I'll let you slide on that one.
Okay.
My mother made gravy her whole life, guy. And when you walk to my mother's house on Sunday, she said, don't throw the coats on a bit. That means the homemade ravioli were drying.
I love it.
That's what a ravioli dries, guys.
Oh,
that's good stuff.
The best.
And my sister and my nieces still continue that tradition today. They were on Facebook last week. They just made the homemade ravioli, my mom's recipe. Still do it.
Oh, man.
Well,
we keep it going.
Yeah, you keep it going. What you need to do for us again is just promote the Jersey Boys. Tell everybody about it. You have a lot of people that follow you. I know that. You're a popular guy. You got a lot of contacts.
Yeah, right.
Mention us. When we put this episode out this week, tomorrow I guess we'll be out, right?
Lodi heavy.
We're going to definitely tag you. So you got to make sure that you share it and tag it with everybody else that you know, which is hundreds and hundreds of people that you know. And then tomorrow night, or tonight, it'll be tonight, Tony Lips, you got to make sure you give the Jersey Boys a shout-out.
I like it.
You got it. Well, videotape will give Jersey Boys a shout-out tomorrow night, and I'll post it. You got it.
Awesome.
All right,
guys.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for
Enjoy the week.
joining us.
Guys, you're a blessing. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the time. We go back, guys. I love both of you guys.
Love you too,
Same
brother.
to you,
Love you
JT.
too.
Buona Pasqua. Buona Pasqua.
We'll get together soon. Go home and have some macaroni and gravy.
Ciao.
Good night.
Get your shine box.
Good night, guys.
See you, buddy.
Ciao. Wow, that was awesome. I tell you, he is spot on with everything. That guy is super talented. Love him.
Deep Lodi roots.
Lodi guy, Jersey guy. I mean, he's it. So can't wait to do our episode in the future when we have all the Lodi guys.
Definitely, he's in.
Richie B and everybody else coming on and just having a good time, just shooting the breeze and hearing those stories. So I'm looking forward to that. I know you are too, Ronnie.
Oh, big time, bro. My whole family comes from Lodi, so I love those roots, man. Those stories, I grew up on them.
We'll have your dad on. We'll have your father-in-law on.
That's
Uncle
a
Pat.
show. That's a show. We should mount a camera and just put all those guys in a room and walk away.
That's it.
We shouldn't
That's
even
what you
be
gotta
there.
do.
I swear to you, bro. It's beautiful.
Actually, we might
get
get kicked out.
Yeah, sure.
They might say, we don't want the Jersey boys anymore. We just want the Lodi boys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
They're
it.
out.
Might lose our
All
jobs.
Very, very good. All right, guys. So to wrap up, now just before I go to next week's Word of the Week, I just want to mention, you guys hear the show HQ? This show where you get like 12 questions. You saw that, right? It's an app. You got to go on your phone.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing, and then like people win money and all that stuff. So tonight, obviously, as people listening to the show, we're recording this on Monday night. You guys are listening on Tuesday, but so Monday night is the first one. Nike sponsored them, and that's the first time because there's never been an outward sponsor, right? So tonight's prize at the 10 o'clock show, because it's always a 9 o'clock show. Yeah, we missed it, buddy. We're late. $100,000. And on Wednesday, so here's a plug for HQ. You're welcome. On Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, I don't know who the sponsor is, $250,000 prize. It's awesome. Wow. Bro, download the app, HQ. Unbelievable. Very cool. I think I got to question 1 once. No,
Wow.
seriously, I don't think I ever got past 4. I don't think I did.
Wow.
It gets ridiculous. Listen, Kenny the Brain Freeman, he made it to either 9 or 10
Wow.
out of 12.
That's
But these
saying
questions
something.
are unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable. And you don't have time to Google it either, so
Yeah.
trust me, I tried.
Well, listen, this is an important week. This is Holy Week,
Holy
right?
Week, baby.
And we were very, happy to talk about, our faith, and we're excited that, our church, Emergence is having a Good Friday service.
Good Friday service.
Right. We also have anyone, I know it's kind of closed out now. No tickets are left, but the Good Friday service through Legacy Minded Men at the Brownstone, we're going to be attending that on Friday morning. And then Friday night, again, Emergence has their service. And I'm going to be actually out in Staten Island with Erskin Anavitarte, who was one of our past guests. And he's going to be performing at Gateway on Staten Island, Pastor Tim Ricaldo's church. And he'll also be performing on Sunday at Easter, 3 services Sunday morning at Gateway as well. So that's where I'm going to be with the family.
Awesome.
Friday in Staten Island, and then Sunday in Staten Island as well. So
just to circle back, Emergence, Good Friday services are at 4 o'clock, 5:30, and 7. And then Sunday morning services are every hour on the hour, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. So good stuff. Now, if you guys go to church, you get it done, and then you're hungry, the Iosas are hosting Easter. It's an open invite. My wife will kill me when she hears this because she listens to the Jersey Boys religiously. She knows. It's an open invite. Doors open. So there it is. You want my address? Look it up. If you want to eat that bad, you got to find it. All right?
what
It's that
time are you
simple.
ending?
Well, it depends. What time do I pass out?
So this is what we're doing. We're
Right.
gonna be going early morning. I mean, there's a 6:30 a.m. service. So I got to take Erskin out there. Marianne and the kids will probably meet us for the second service. Then we'll get done with that. Drive back to Jersey.
Yep.
Be at my sister's house by hopefully 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Then at 5:30, I got to take my sister-in-law, my brother, John and Michelle, and
Where are they going?
Jenny.
Scotland?
No, they're going to Charleston. So I got to take them out to
that's
LaGuardia.
right. Yep.
I got to take them over to LaGuardia
an
to have them
animal.
fly. So Erskin's going to be going for a ride with me. So Erskin, get in the car. We're going to Staten Island, back to Jersey, then out to Queens to LaGuardia to get Michelle and John and the kids on a plane down to South Carolina. And then I got to drive from Queens back into the city to drop off Amber, because she goes to school. So the next day she has school. So I got to get her back to her apartment in the city. So it's going to be a lot of travel.
Joey, the Rash, Uber driver, Silva.
That's right. That's right. Well, listen, my dad,
You're
back
an
in the day,
animal.
my dad used to be a, what do you call it? Not an errand boy, but he used to...
Courier.
Courier. He used to carry stuff all over the 5 boroughs. So that's kind of how I learned how to ride, and drive in the city.
That boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's in my blood.
So
Thank
listen,
you, Dad.
everybody enjoy. You're welcome, right? Thank
That's
you.
right.
So everybody enjoy Easter. For those of you guys listening, if you haven't listened to us before, Easter is the foundation of our faith. So
That's right.
we are followers of Jesus Christ, and if it wasn't for Him dying on a cross and raising up again from the dead, we would have no basis for any of our faith. So
And if you don't have a relationship with him, now's a good time to start.
Best time. Check it out. Come out to the church, either one of them. Check it out. Hear the story. Phenomenal story. And go ahead and start your road to a relationship with Jesus Christ. So this week's, however you want to do it, word of the week. Wow. Here it is, Joe. It's 2 words this week, known as Easter pie in the Italian lifestyle. Pizza. That's the first word. You can't mess that up. If you mess that up, I don't know what to tell you. Second word, Giana. How do you say that word? You probably say it wrong, but I'll help you out next week, all right? That's it. That does everything here for episode 18 of the Jersey Boys. I'm Ronnie A.
And I'm Joey the Rash.
I'm out.
Ciao. Love you, Dad.